let's take a look at what we've got going on here. The cards that stand out to me, guys, is Valorous Dance, Foreboding Statue, Bleed Dry, and those are the only three really that are like top tier playable. Valorous Dance and Statue are both great, but I do think I like Bleed Dry better. It leads really well to one of the better archetypes. I do think Foreboding Statue is drastically overperformed, mostly in Sealed, to be fair, because Sealed is a little bit slower, but I will take a Bleed Dry over a Valorous Dance. It deals with so many good things. It removes disturbed cards, it gets rid of Edgars, and it's just super premium. In addition to being in one of the better archetypes in the format. However, Child of the Pack is kind of a love card for me, and the Pack Song Pup was my preview card, so I kind of dream of getting these very synergistic werewolf cards. And there's not a ton in black that we love, and there's nothing really in red. And I will say, if we ended up in the vampire deck, red would be worth splashing for Child of the Pack. I'm not saying this is a correct pick, but it's what we're going to take. Valorous Dancer is a good argument because there is a black-white life gain deck that's pretty decent, but I will take the Child because I'm greedy and I really want to play it. A little bit of a punish. Nothing here in black, nothing in green, and we have Reckless Impulse, but they do come around really late. I think the better card here in this pack is the Resistance Squad. Overall, a pretty poopy pack, but I think I'll take Reckless Impulse just to stay on target with my Child of the Pack. And hope we get hooked up. Come on, baby, give me the woos. I did get my butt whooped by a Flame Breather deck. They played Flame Breather on 2, Flame Breather on 3, and a Flame Breather on 4, and then another one on like 6, and then just insta-killed me with like one removal spell. And it was pretty interesting. I could see going that route in, yes, red-black. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of inclined to take the Desperate Farmer here. A Second Impulse would be good. A Blood Petal Celebrant would be nice. But I mean, honestly, Farmer has kind of overperformed for me. And I think 2-drops are a little easier to find in the vampire deck as is. So, oh, but wait, there's more. We could take a Weaver of Blossoms. I was starting to think green was not open, but here we are. Weaver of Blossoms, Witch's Web, and Wolf Strike, all very good cards. Typically I would take a Wolf Strike, but this Weaver of Blossoms is where I like to be, allows us to possibly dip into another color. The nice thing is Weaver of Blossoms on the backside actually gives 2 mana, so splashing things like Bleed Dry if you have 3 Weaver of Blossoms is not out of the question. So maybe a green black splash red, or we could just dip out of this if need be. Regardless, we are going to be in red, I think, right? Because those would be the color pairings. So if we want to be safe here, we could take the Celebrants just to make sure we get a good playable card. The Recluse is really nice too. Flipping this thing is really, really nice. That said, we're not seeing a ton of things in black that we're really wishing to have stayed on target with the Bleed Dry. So this late Weaver of Blossoms and Wolf Strike makes me think that we are on the right path here. This is also a good wolf, especially if we pick up any baby Awoos. Fearful Villager can punch through some stuff. Okay, we've got a 4-drop Awoo. Traveling Minister's pretty awesome. I don't like Millipede, I don't like Bramble Armor. We would not run them. Snarling Wolf is only something we typically want to play if we get the Awoos, but here we are. The art on this is so cool. We're on the free-to-play account, we don't typically care, but I will usually take the uncommons for vault value. Yeah, I'll take a Second Impulse. Sheltering isn't likely to get played, but it's on color if we end up having like some really dry packs. It's fine, it replaces itself. Hey, Blue! It's going pretty well. Guys, can we get a streamer shout out? Blue is one of our DGen streamers. He's an absolute sweetheart, one of the nicest people in the Magic community. You guys should go check him out. Ooh, this is a poopy pack for us. I mean, we've got some poop 2-drops, and we have a possible splashed parasitic grasp, but again, double black. We don't have any 2-drops, so I guess I am happy to get a 2, and I would like the Dawnheart Disciple, I think, over the wolf. It's close. The Dawnheart Disciple actually attacks quite aggressively in the werewolf deck because all of our werewolves ETB is humans. So it attacks as a 3/3 on turn 3, and usually your opponent has played a 2/2, or on turn 3 they play a 2/3, so it gets in quite aggressively. Plays well with Hamlet if you get it. All right, here's a big... Ooh, I almost double-clicked the wrong card. Infestation Expert. This werewolf is kind of a powerhouse. It's a bit of a win more card, because if you're behind, it's not going to do the job. But if you're playing this at night, it's amazing. A great catch-up mechanic. And if you're playing it day or night ahead on board, it's going to be very, very difficult for your opponent to catch up any ground there. Some amazing white cards here. This is our third Valorous Dance that we've seen, but no baby Awoos yet, which is quite disappointing. But I will take this Weaver of Blossom. Allows us to splash just about anything. Double Weaver of Blossoms is starting to get into the point where we are considering this bleed dry. Still not quite there, but it's possible. Belligerent Guest is actually quite powerful. Getting a couple of early aggressive swings, a 3-power Trampler early, does a lot of good work. And if it makes 1 or 2 blood tokens before it trades, then you're getting some really good redraw value later in the game for your aggressive decks. Because then you can redraw those lands and keep your foot on the gas, which I think is very, very good. Come on, baby Awoos! We're seeing a ton of really good white removal. It's making me a little sad, but I will take this 2-drop wolf. It attacks very aggressively as a 2/4, and again, our 2-drop slot is severely lacking. In Evolving Wilds, I kind of like a Nature's Embrace. Now, hear me out. Typically, I would take an Evolving Wilds for a normal splash. However, if what we are splashing is double colored, we will want to play things that splash double color because we will not want to try to find 2 swamps the hard way. So I would rather run 1 Nature's Embrace and 2 Weaver of Blossoms, both producing double black, and run no black sources. It's a little tricky, but I think it's better. Bolt, Lacerate, Witch's Web. It depends what kind of deck you're looking to make. They're both very good. Our removal is a tad lacking. If we want to put our foot on the gas and be the aggressive deck, Witch's Web is going to be better. Or Blessed Bolt. Blood Hypnotist is fine, but our 3-drop is quite full. So I think it's between Flamed Bolt and Lacerate. Oh, we got rewarded. Oh, well, Wolf Strike, actually. I think I'll take a first Wolf Strike over a second Lacerate. Certainly. If we decide to splash black, a Blood Fountain could do. Unlikely to play it, but very reasonable. Child of the Pack is so awkward. What are you even talking about? Child of the Pack is amazing. This little rune-bound wolf is surprisingly good. I would normally take a first Witch's Web because I want to be attacking in this deck. But this card, once you get Stonewalled, you can actually like ping for some good damage here, even when it's not nighttime, which is great. Best of 1, we don't need to worry about the canopy. We're not playing any of these. I like it better on the day side. Well, it's kind of an enabler, right? You do a bunch of things, and then at night when you run out of cards, then it pumps all of those things, and it becomes the aggressive card that you need. Well, yeah, Hive Heart Shaman is kind of a bomb, and makes me even more inclined to splash a color. because I've actually ran a 2-color deck with Hiveheart Shaman and just put in a random plains because you get to search it out to ramp and also makes your bugs into 4/4s. This is just a straight bomb, regardless of whether or not we're splashing. Nothing great here. Nothing worth splashing. I'll probably just take a solid 3-drop. Unlikely that we will play any of these cards. I will, I kind of like the Flourishing Hunter, but we don't need it. We could take the Foreboding Statue, which ramps fixes. It's a better card than the Hunter on its own, but I would like a top end. I would take a 6/4 red, whatever that card is called, or I would take a Flourishing Hunter, hopefully close to the wheel. A second bolt, you say? Bolts are good. I'll take that. Higher spawn, yes, Blue, thank you. You're very good at guessing what Nerd Girl is talking about. If you guys are here for the first time off all of these amazing raids, if you're enjoying the content, make sure you guys hit the follow button, come back and see me. I would definitely love to see you guys. Alluring Suitor's cute. Magma Pummeler is quite good though. We have enough ramp to be really excited about Magma Pummeler as well. I doubt we're going to use any of these. I think the Fearful Villager might be a slight upgrade. That card's good, but we actually have such a solid 3-drop slot that it's unnecessary. I can't imagine we will run a 3rd Impulse or Mulch or any of this, so we'll take the uncommon for vault value. I will probably play a Witch's Web, to be honest, over a Stalker, which we don't really need. Don't need these, don't need these. Maybe a Sure Strike makes the cut. I doubt it. Okay, we'll take a Hunter. I was considering the Grisly Ritual on the splash, but I like a little top end with how much ramp we have. Ramping into a Hunter is quite powerful. Especially for whatever reason, if your opponent doesn't have a 3-drop and you're on the play, like, it's gonna be tough for them. All right. Probably not running Snarling Wolf. I don't think we have enough synergies. We have no synergies for it, in fact. If we're gonna run 1 black anyway, for the Hiveheart Shaman, I don't see the reason not to run the Bleed Dry, because then we get 4 things that can cast on its own, plus like on the other side, unless we don't cast the Nature's Embrace. Because then we would need the Weaver to be on the backside, or we would need the Swamp and the Statue, or the Swamp and a Weaver, which is fine-ish. And the Hiveheart Shaman does indeed fetch it. It's close. It's honestly a little close of what, like, Bleed Dry is super powerful. And the fact that I can cast it on the backside of Weaver is fine. 3/3 for 3, or 2/3 Menacers. Probably a mix. Wolf Strike, Witch's Web, 1, 2. Probably not Sure Strike. You like Fountain over Impulse? I don't like that it's a splash option, is my problem. I agree, I think typically Fountain will be better, but we're not gonna have a ton of black sources. 1 more cut, probably 1 Bolt or 1 Impulse. We're gonna have a bunch of extra mana and ramp out reasonably quickly, so I think the Impulses will be very good for us. So I think it's maybe 1 less Bolt. Oh, it's a lot more than that. Why do we have so little land? 8 and 8, 16, 7. Yeah, 8 and 8, 16, that's 17. So we still need 2 more cuts. Lightning Doggo's not very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of 2 drops. I kind of like the treasures over this even. I mean, this is a good beater if you're ahead, but it's not great. Is the question. Maybe it's just 1 impulse or 1 witch's web. Get rid of an impulse. All right, let's give it a try, guys. Wish me luck. My dog Hamlet, he's kind of a butt. He was a super butt today. Oh my gosh. Massive butt. All right, well, we've got some bombs. We've got, like, this is close to a rare bomb. We're on the play here. We've got a solid curve. I like this. Weaver of Blossoms. Oh, don't you do it. Don't you syncopate. You have a syncopate? Are you kidding? What are the chances? Missed our land drop. Kept a 3-lander as well. Punished. Super punished. Oh! What the heck? Why did it skip my stuff? Alright, well, I don't want my stuff to get countered now, so here we are. I have no idea why it skipped my second main. I think maybe because it went over my combat step? Because you didn't have any actions and you clicked past the main phase. So I think it auto skipped part of it and it puts you into the next phase, which is really weird how it does that sometimes. Now I'm playing cautiously around counter spells and it's gonna punish me. I was like, it's only syncopate. Oh, okay, well, I'm glad we played around counter spells now. That feels good. No syncopate here. Well, we get our splash color. We get to ramp. Huh. Really? Five, 6, 7, 8. So my guy doesn't die this way. What, you have a 1 mana stick? My kingdom for the shock that I cut. Tilt. Oh my gosh. The funny thing is playing this pre-combat would have actually made my creature pumped, right? Your other creatures get +1/+0. That would have killed the lobster, playing it pre-combat. But it would have been playing it into all the blue mana. There's no way that that is the correct play in any way, shape, or form. Oh, it would have had 7 power. That's right. I thought it was a 4/5. All right, well, Lobster is a miserable card to play against. I was in a draft yesterday where my opponent played an end-stepped lobster. I killed it with a hero's downfall, and then they untapped, and then I went to attack them again, and they played a second lobster in a game of limited, which is just unfair. That should not happen. It is dumb. 10 out of 10. Do not recommend. We on the draw again? Boo. Can't believe they had the syncopate to boot. That was just unfair. That card's not very good. We could actually, cast the bleed dry is pretty funny. I'm just gonna hold the Wolf Strike. It probably kills most of what they play. A butt deck, huh? They have a stick on 1 green mana, which makes me think that this is a pump spell. But I'm happy to get it out of their hand here. Oh, no, no pump spell. Oh, I thought it was on their end step already. Oh, that's nice. I'm okay with this. I think I will just Pummeler for 3 and attack. I could have a Pummeler for 4, but I don't think we need it in this matchup. Impulse before mana? Yes, if I'm planning on impulse, that is correct. But I was not planning on impulsing. But I appreciate it, Jinx. I would typically like the +1/+1 as well, but we are kind of ahead. And we have the removal. I kind of want to keep my foot on the gas. And the problem is, against black, they've got like bleed dries and things, and against these little 1/1s, it's not likely to be super relevant. It'll just end up being, I think, like 1 less damage. Oddity. Oddity is great. So now I think the trick is to just upkeep stop. So let's attack here. Upkeep, stop, end turn, and then we will bleed dry the oddity because it goes to night. Jinx, I love you, but try not to backseat game every single turn. Don't worry, I got you. That card's great. So this would have resulted in 1 extra damage to the face, but it was mitigated by the 1, because the damage to the actual creature would have been the same because it was an X2, so it would have actually resulted in 1 less damage than it would have originally by keeping our foot on the gas. There is black discard in the format. I don't really know that there's a ton of reason to be too eager to dump things. The game is a little bit easier when your opponent doesn't play lobsters. Angry, flashing, jerk-face lobsters. His hand is fine. We have the mana fixing. We have card advantage. We have early removal. There's very little we don't like about this hand. Alright, so our opponent got stuck. Feels good. There's a stick here, so that means they have a white pump spell. They can't cast resistance or response, so this looks like +2/+2 and indestructible. I can't think of anything else they could play at this point. Valorous Dance would be the other option, I suppose. But I think they would have cast it on a Child of the Night. Most certainly. Ooh, this exiles? I'm sorry. You are dead. You're not sorry? I mean, I am a little sorry. I like to have good games of Magic. Having someone be stuck on 2 forever and just not getting a game is sad. Like, I understand how that feels. I don't like it. 3-drop, 4-drop. I'm gonna keep. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna keep. My opponent took a mole, so it's fine. We ended up drawing a bomb, so that's nice. This feels strange. We could get rid of the 2-drop if we wanted to be a little extra greedy. And I am tempted. We could just go 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. That's so much more power. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be greedy. My opponent also mulliganed. Ooh, regrets. Instant regrets. That's an aggressive deck right there. In a longer game, I think that's gonna be 100% the correct move. Against the vampires, maybe not. Okay, well, at least they didn't have a 2-drop. That's nice. If they don't have an answer for my Weaver of Blossoms, they're going to be in some trouble. Even if they do, we still have a 3/5 on turn 4, which is quite spicy. Going to bed. Good night, hun. Thanks for hanging out with us. Very, very much appreciated. Honestly, I think we just slam this and attack. I'm also happy to not do anything. If they have a lacerate or something, we will be happy we did not. If it's a bleed dry, we will be sad that we did. Lacerate? Lacerate, fine. This will not end well for you. There's really no board clears in these colors, so it's nighttime, so I think I'm happy to cast this on the night side. Make some extra tokens, do some stuff. Like I said, there isn't a ton of board clears. If there were, if we were playing against white or something, I might be inclined to just poop out dudes instead. I think that would be better. There is a rare board clear in white, yeah. There is a 2 damage to non-vampires, which would mess us up a little, but not a ton. Not with these big ol' insects coming down. Is there a board clear outside of white? I don't think in this particular format there is. That's annoying. That's actually really annoying. Path of Peril, you're right. Ooh, they could Path of Peril, but it wouldn't kill everything because they don't have white. It's 2 CMC or something, so it would get rid of all my insects. Aye, aye, Captain. They have 4 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4. They take 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're a little ways away still. And this is sorcery speed, so we can't actually flip it at night. They can start shooting and pinging all the baby bugs, but 4, 5, 6. They could also ping, that's it. Just the baby bugs. Ooh, that's a good card. We could probably kill them with this. 1, 2, 3, 4 wolves a turn. So that'll chip them down some. Yeah, they've got to ping that wolf. Takes their whole turn though. We're still making a dude every turn and they're not. So that's fine. Ooh, we can actually make 2 dudes now. Right? Oops. Oh, we're short actually. Are short. short one. Miscounted. Okay. Maybe we're good next turn? We'll find out. I'll let them do the math. At the very least, we're attacking. That's for sure. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers for my 5 biggest things. They take 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and assuming they don't ping these. Could ping them down, and they're still dead. Yeah, Olivia's attendance is really good. They can gain life off guest, but that means they're not pinging down the bugs, which means they do. We have more damage. With the bugs, we counted like 20-something damage. So, that's fine. Oh, they gained 4 here. That's a lot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. 4, 5, 6. That's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4, 6 blockers. 5 and 6. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17. We are off. Oh, wait. Now do I have enough to make an extra one? I do. Yeah, we were off. With them gaining 4 life and putting a blocker on the board, that is a big difference. But we just added 8 power to the board on 2 bodies. It's gonna be tough to keep up with. That's a good card. They added another blocker. 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 exactly, but they can still gain a life here. So we're still 1 off, like 1 body. Interesting. Maybe they're hoping they can kill it with like a lacerate or something. It also, this is one of the smaller creatures that they would have taken damage from. We also have our own Savage Packmate, which could possibly kill them. Okay, if this doesn't kill them, I don't know what will. They can ping down 2 things. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blockers. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 damage exactly. I didn't count that. They have no cards in hand. They can ping down 1 of these things. Oh, well, if they ping it down, they will still have, oh, they have no cards in hand, so they can't pitch it to gain life. So let's double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 9. So it's 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 damage. Make these now, just in case. 3, 4, 5, 6. Just in case. The 5/3 cannot block, but I didn't count the blood. I was just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I left off one thing. Oh, and this thing has menace, which is helpful. Although that doesn't matter because I counted the amount of bugs that can't be blocked. Yeah, the 5/3 can't block, but this can, so I counted the right amount of blockers. If I'm off, they might just kill us on the crackback. Well, we do have 4 bugs to block, but... I think it's Xaxes. If they had 1 card in hand to ping and then pitch the land that they ping with, I think we might beat it. They might live by 1. This looks like Xaxes to me. What the fuck is this board I just walked into? Welcome! Unfortunately for them, their child of the pack was on nighttime most of the time. They did exactly what we thought they would. Is this perfect? That's more than perfect. Great. Means the reason we did extra damage is because instead of blocking a bug, they blocked the 1/3. So we did exactly 3 more damage than their life total, which if they blocked a bug and blocked more damage, it would have been the same. It is limited, yeah. It's a good thing we won before they found removal for the bug, because they would have outpaced us with the Olivia. The Olivia would have slowly been able to ping off enough things to where we would have never been able to go super wide on the board. So, worked out in our favor. Until you find a removal for Olivia. We don't really have much. Our deck doesn't have things that really answer Olivia at all consistently. Huh. Interesting deck. That was some nice mulligan mills there. Hey nerd girl, how's it going? Hello, it's going quite well. How are you? Yeah, they have a very controlling good deck, I can tell already. These cards are pretty nice. Is this like a grasp? Is this... I don't know if that's instant or sorcery speed. Let's hope our curve is too strong for them. It's the only real thing that we can hope for, I think, at this point. With them being on the play, it's kind of not super likely. I'm a little worried to just play Child out there too, because it could easily get removed here. Okay, well, it's helpful when they cast Hero's Downfall on your 3-drop. That does make me think they've got really good removal, so I think I'll just play the Lightning Wolf here. But depends. Best color for Crimson Vow. I do think that Gruul and Rakdos are quite strong. It's weird, I think the wolves are much stronger in this format than they were in the Midnight Hunt version, which is strange. Okay, so they're gonna just get back the murder here, which is very good. So yeah, we're gonna just, this is insane. Hey, thank you, Max Power. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate the first time sub. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Thank you. Yeah, this deck might just be too big for us to box with, if I'm being honest. I was wondering why they were so willy-nilly willing to throw away a hero's downfall, even if they had more in hand. That still seems awfully loose. Hey Tim, welcome. How are you guys doing? I don't know that I'm willing to trade this for the scab quite yet. I want to force the murder out of their hand. I also want to play pretty tight against the Rot Tide as well. I want to be able to sacrifice the Disciple. Something tells me they just have more scabs, but as long as those scabs aren't returning Rot Tides to their hand, then we're okay. Here we are. Fingers crossed. Let's get in. Okay, that's one gone. They make the trade, which is fine. They can now Rot Tide, we can get rid of the Lightning Wolf, and then we can start, ideally, pumping out things, which would be fine. And then it can, if we hit an untapped land, we can let it turn to night, and we can Wolf Strike down the Rot Tide, if that's the case. We did not hit an untapped land, which is a little sad, but I'm fine with it. Okay. I think if they had the removal, they would have used it. I think if they had removal, they would have used it. Maybe I'm wrong. I think the stick is probably pretty good, and I like killing that because on the following turn, we're not going to be able to use the ability here anymore, so we can only attack with the wolves. And I think the wolves have a solid attack against the Diregraph Scavenger here. So what we probably do is we attack with the tokens, tap the Runebound Wolf, ping him for 4, and just get him down that way. If we draw land, it's a little undecided what we do here. Okay, so they drew a big dude. Certainly not ideal, but here we are. It's unfortunate. Take some more damage. Hey. Okay. If it stays night, we can bleed dry this big worm. Big bird horror, worm face, whatever. And that's pretty good. They have a lot of cards in hand though. They have to also consider, like, we have several big threats. The Runebound Wolf by itself is a decent threat. Okay. So they're going to turn it into day. But that means they're desperate. It means they're digging for something. Turning it to day would prevent lethal, because we would no longer have these big beats. Although we would burn something down and hit them for not quite enough. So they need multiple bodies here. And even then, I don't know that it'll be good enough. Ooh, well, they actually can't do this though, right? Yeah. I was gonna say we could pitch the bleed dry, but... I have to chump both of these? Am I willing to trade this for the... We'll never cast the bleed dry, but I think that's fine. It makes it so they can never extort ever again. And they die to this anyway. It's enough, right? 6? No, you can. This is a tap ability. I don't think I could have gotten out of it. Especially because it was daytime, so I couldn't even cast the murder, bleed, whatever. I mean, well done. They're finding the line to stay alive, but yeah, unfortunately with this child, it's just... free dudes. Getting to, make a dude and ping them is just super valuable. All their hard work from the previous turn is just for nothing. They have to remove this. They have to deal with this. They cast 2 spells, we get to crank out more things. It's just so tough. so they can extort and get a murder back. And they can kill the packmate or this. That's impressive. They're still dead on board, but that is impressive. And we get to make 2 wolves to boot beforehand and then just turn it right back to night. They're going to be just in this huge thing. Plat 2 for the free-to-play account. For those of you guys who are new to the channel, I do maintain 2 accounts. One, because as a main limited player, getting twice as many daily rewards and like discount draft tokens and stuff in the daily deals is helpful. But also because I often will do stipulation drafts or drinking games, or I'll have Nerd Mom come in for charity and pick our cards or use a random number generator. But that does mean you do need to kind of do 1 draft per day on the account to make sure you're getting those daily rewards. If you do 2 drafts per day, 1 on each account, you're getting more perks, right? Versus if you do 2 on 1 account, you stop getting the gold for the wins, right? So that's why we're on the free to play and the rank is not usually very high, so. This is fine. 2-drop impulse. We're likely to hit on the draw. Shishi, welcome. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Pretty terrible with names. Honestly, against their deck, I will snap block. They have like the long draw. I think we get the long game in most situations. They're the aggressor. With cards like Insect Guy and Child of the Pack, we're gonna get the long game. It's German. I took a little German in college. Not a lot. Couple of semesters. I was thinking they would just let it go, but I'm okay for a 2-for-1. I was thinking they'd let it go and I was gonna battle the Fearful Villager, but happy to do this. Can you say something in German? Wie geht's? Good, danke. You want to know where the cat is? Eine Katze ist auf dem Tisch. Almost fucked that up. Hold on to your butt. Oh my god, this is like a 5 daybreak freaking thing? Holy smokes, man. No sure strike. No sure strike! Please! Thank you. I will definitely block. Lacerate's nice. That gets out of lacerate range as well. I'm gonna hold on to this so I can pitch it. Yeah, they have like 5 combatants, which is kind of nuts. This should be GG though. I'm wondering if I should try to play it into a 2-drop and get rid of this. I think I will. If I hit the 2-drop, I'll be happier. Got it. Oh, that was end of turn? Oh, that was unfortunate. We might lose. I think I accidentally went into the end step when I was doing that. Okay, that's fine. They're dead. You played your land already. Oh, you're right, you're right. I did. Good call. I was like, wait a minute. You guys paying attention? Silly Twitch chat. It is 2 in the morning here. My gameplay is probably not as good as it could be. All right, let's keep it moving, guys. Our only loss is to Lobster. Can't blame us for that. Doop-de-doo. My roommate for my birthday is in the month of December, so one of my roommates got me a betta fish, and it died. It did not last the month. It was kind of like... They said that the selection seemed kind of bad, that like some of the fish already seemed a little dead. So That's a little sad, certainly. But yeah, it did not survive. It made it a couple of days. And then no more. We named him Swim Shady, which is kind of the running name of my beta fish whenever I have one. Ouch. Super ouch. Now we just need to survive. We exile the Spore Crawler? Wouldn't be too bad. We can next turn. I could have done nothing. Ooh. I could have actually done nothing and cast both of these instead, but I think we've got good blocks here. This is probably pretty solid. That seems like a bad attack. It's aggressive. But trading that for my 2/2 seems kind of bad. This way they don't get to draw. Swim Shady is pretty great. It's a very good name. They're gonna fight? Ooh, they're gonna Scorpion fight me? Ooh, that's unfortunate. All right, well, they got my Expert. Not a bomb, but certainly a card I wanted to keep. We can flash this in and put it tonight, which is nice. We just gotta find one of our bombs. One of our uncommon bombs. Oh, actually, one of them's gone. We have the rare bomb as well. Unfortunate. Most unfortunate. So we would trade for just the piggy token or just the piggy token. Yeah, I think we just don't like it. They're a lot deeper in their deck than I am. Child would be so good right now. Or we're 1 mana off of being able to just play her and make 2 dudes. Following turn, make 3 dudes. Insane. This recruit was actually a pretty good draw against my 6-3. Sure. Come on. We've pitched a lot of lands. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands. So there's only 7 left in 22 cards. Only 6 left in 21 cards. Just you wait until I start drawing spells and you start drawing lands. You're gonna be sorry. You will be sorry. Okay, there's only 5 left. Seriously? But like for cereal. Not exactly what I had in mind. What is this stick? Gross. Alright, Child of the Night or Bug Thing. Child of the Night or Bug Thing. Please. Pretty please. There's only 5 more lands left in my 20 cards. Bug Thing! I have a feeling you're dead. But we hold priority and we can make a thing. Nice. They have like a murder or something. You've been playing Reckless Impulse after watching me draft. Yeah, Reckless Impulse is great. I really like it. I would love to find one now. It's only a 3/3 bug, right? Certainly not as good. Oh, butts deck. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, no. Oh, it's not the throwing butts. Oh, it's not throwing butts. That's nice. So 6, 10, 14. Six, 10, 13. 14, 15. If it's a pump spell, we're just dead. 12, 15. I think we gotta give him one of these. In case it's +3/+3. Right? If it's a removal spell, this is 1 extra, I think. Oh, not if it's this. Oh god, if they kill the 6. Oh. If they kill the 6, it's no good. No! Oh, thank you. Still, not good, not good. 10, 11, 12? We're dead. Like, we're kind of dead. I guess I could have not made a 3/3 bug, played this, and kept this untapped so we could block this. Oh god. Stop. Ooh, they didn't attack. Oh, thank you. 4/4 bug. Or 4-bug. That's super helpful. One more untapped mana, we get to keep this guy too, which is nice. They didn't have a pump spell last time. Come on, baby, come on. Come on, little shaman man. Come on. You can do it. I feel it in my jellies. Fuck it. Going in, baby. Yes. Oh, thank you, thank you. We had literally 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We had 4 lands left in like 17 cards or something. That flood was super hard, and we had Shaman and Child of the Night in the last like 16 cards as well. So we flooded hard and didn't have either of the flood outlets there until the very end, and we barely survived against the butts. That was tough. All right, you guys ready for some final boss action? I think we are 6-2. Six and 2. We can do it. I feel it in my jellies. Any green card, ramp, any mana. We have the most bomb fixing 4-drop there is. This is from Final Fantasy IX. Come on, land. Any land, preferably red land, but any land will do. Come on, any land. I'm on the draw. 2 lands on the draw is very reasonable. Even if they're back-to-back green, it's fine. Don't punish me. No punish, please. 2 land on the draw. All of our land is chunked up from the last one where we flooded super hard. Is this that same? If this is the same Orzhov deck, we're just dead. Land! Land! Come on! One time. One time. Two times, technically. Two times. Yes! We never didn't have it. Heyo! Okay. I actually kind of want to just play this. It's bad. But I want to be mana efficient, and I want to make sure we hit our land next turn. We might throw this away, or we can cast it if we find that they are slow starting, and we can just get value. But if we don't hit a land there, we're going to have to play it and then play nothing else. Oh, for the love of Jiminy Christmas!
Under my vampire ghost, I bring my own army.
Okay, we're gonna need to get lucky here. We're gonna need to get lucky. You just turn 4 Sorin to me. All right, well, we're gonna die to Soren. That's fine. We died to Lobster, we died to Soren.
My way.
No, stop touching my creature. Please, stop touching it. I need to draw land. Not touchy. No, touchy. Stop it. I hate you. Trying to think of what would be a good draw here, because they're gonna just bounce the Hiveheart Shaman off the Gluttonous Guest. So if that's the case, I think we have to do this. I don't like it. And then I think we go... I think we should be... Trampler is good, but we don't have the thing. I would play the Insect, but it's no good. Suspense is real, yeah. I'll turn this one down. It's a little louder. Well, that's fine. We have the game sounds on. I don't think we can beat Soren, guys. It's gonna be real tough. By the time we kill it, we're gonna be at like 8 health. They're gonna have multiple vampires. It's not gonna be good. We can't win the long game against them, unfortunately. It's extra heartbreaking when they just like play mythics and then take forever. Like, their turn should be moderately straightforward. So if we top deck a shock, we can get there. We have 1 shock in the deck. Okay, we can't even get there now. I was gonna say we could lacerate and shock this and get in, but no, it's not gonna work either. Oh, and there's this. Yeah, we're so dead.
You deal with this annoyance.
The amount of dead is just astronomical. If they 2-for-1 themselves on this, I'm okay. Oh, it's not even a 2-for-1. Oops. Yeah, Pummeler, maybe, because they have to block it, and then if it blocks, it dies. I was also thinking the Menacer could do it, because we have a Lacerate, so if we Lacerate a blocker, maybe that's good enough. But even then, they're so far ahead. Then we have no way of combating these vampires anyway. Our deck has 2 little removal. We don't have a Braids. We don't have anything, really. Can you game hard enough to win? I don't think I can beat Soren on the play, no. Not quite. An on-curve Soren on the play with a Bleed Dry. So funny when you get angry. I mean, I'm not angry. I'm assuming this is a pump spell. I'm hoping they're just wanting to put the counters on their vampires. They only have 2 blanks. Got it. unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, if this is angry, then oof. You would really not like me when I'm angry. This is just beats and magic. I think I handle them reasonably well. Maybe we should pitch, but... So Lacerate leaves me 2 mana. We go to 5. We could buy ourselves a couple of turns. I could pummel her for 2. And that might kill Sorin. No, it won't. Either one of these will just die to confinement. Lacerate should hit Planeswalkers. It's not super relevant in Limited. I think Planeswalkers is more of a constructed thing in general.
My ways are not for the weak.
Still a good run. Our deck is decent, but it's definitely missing a lot of the removal that it needs. So I'm pretty happy with our run in general. Or maybe I'm very angry in general. I'm not sure which, actually. They're at 40 life. Gross.
Your blood will be mine!
So sad. I couldn't even, with all of my resources, even manage to kill a Sorin. And they have another bleed dry.
My secrets? Very well.
So good. So good. Pout. Super pout. That's okay. 6 wins on the free-to-play account is some pretty good profit. I'd like to give a special thank you to those of you who have signed up for our Patreon. I couldn't make this content without you. Also to Cool Stuff Inc. and KMC Sleeves for supporting the channel as well. Definitely check them out and use our discount codes to support the channel.